I'm hyped.
Moist was a legendary team, busting onto the scene as Queso.
What's up with the what? Are they not legendary?
I mean, they lost Vatira.
Bro,
they lost Vatira.
I understand that, but they're still amongst the top in Europe. You even just said it yourself. They're up there.
It's true, but that team that I was referring to, they broke up. Okay. Vatira went and joined KC, and then Astral also previously on Karmine Corp playing with Itachi, no longer on that team either. So this, to me, no matter what these players say, I always think of this as a grudge match.
Yeah, you got a little grudge match, and we got this same matchup in the, in the Fall Open, and this was in the semifinals of the playoffs. Moist Esports up against Karmine Corp. And Moist ended up dropping that series 1-4, a difficult loss for them. And maybe we see a bounce back. I think that tweet, I'm a big fan of like people being confident and then publicly talking about it and trying to, speak it into fruition. It sounds weird.
After seeing the JNAP's tweet at Worlds where he says, let's go win this, and then they didn't. I'm not going to, I don't
You can't bring that up. You can't bring that up. That's not fair.
To every point, there's a counter.
Yeah, well, Garrett G tweeted, one day I'm going to hold that trophy. And he did.
He did. It's true. Okay. All right. Okay.
So there's got to be validity there.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's got me sold. But in all honesty, it's going to be tough for Moist, regardless of the tweets and the energy to try and bring it there, because Karmine Corp, well, they did take a loss against G1. Still one of the best, if not the best in Europe. And we'll see if they can take down Moist in the same fashion that they did in the previous playoff match.
Joyo flicks it around Exotic. There's a demo on Astral by Itachi. Exotic will control it. Launches it upfield, Vatira to the corner. Astral around one. Rise was speedy but missed. Itachi wasn't expecting the miss, so it goes by both of them. Itachi not able to bump Rise either. Vatira to the backboard. Rise breaking up the play. Joyo doesn't make contact, but fortunately for him, Itachi on empty popped it up. No double tap threat, but the rebound threat is there, and Vatira scores first.
And it's the movement from KC that gets things done. A nice flick into the midfield. Exotic finds a spot off the backboard that's vacant. Nobody from Moist Esports was up there. Nobody wanted to intercept it. They tried to get the read off of the backboard instead, and they were far too late. Couldn't get it. KC able to get the first one and start things off.
Round pinch attempt, rebound out. Vatira not taking any chances. Astral had full boost. If he pops that up, who knows what he's going to be able to do with it. Clear off to the Karmine Corp corner. Joyo up to Astral.
Ooh.
Astral, you saw him try to get underneath the ball. Saw the challenge incoming. Wasn't able to get a fender on it, but still the right idea from Astral.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the right approach. You've got to try and mix things up. You knew, and he knew in particular, that he was going to get dunked. Try to go for a better play, give an illusion off of the way he would try and touch the ball. Didn't make contact, but it's a good start. And maybe something that Moist Esports can build upon. Nice little dribble from Exotic, carrying it low, looking for some kind of 50. Maybe even a flick, doesn't get it. And Astral back to the midfield. It's good passing from Moist Esports, taking that playbook out of what we saw from KC to get their first goal.
Exotic threatening slippery stack. Joyo broke the play up, and he gets the demo on Vatira, but he's far out of the play. 50 back there. Joyo on his rotation back, hitting the ball, and that did slow down the breakout attempt from KC.
Corner play, so important for KC and how they get out. They transition well. Itachi's downfield, searching for a solo attempt. It's back down the other way. Moist Esports, they're connecting with their passes. I've seen good transitions. I just haven't seen that final shot. There's always somebody in front of it from KC. You think back to the Astral shot. Maybe that one slips in for KC. Talking about transitions, that would have been one for the books.
It certainly would have been. Vatira hungry to get his second. The pinch back. Astral hit it right back downfield. Traded demos. And that's just fine for KC. KC happy to burn this time off the clock. There's a demo from Rise. But a pinch downfield. Vatira and a 1v1. Rise going for the challenge and gets it away from net. Well done by Rise.
A lot of hesitation from Vatira. It didn't look like he was 100% focused on what he wanted to do and how he wanted to execute. At first, he looked for a 50-50, but then tried to go for a flick at the last moment. You need to be a little bit more quicker on your feet. But it's not going to be too big of a deal so long as they can hold things down with the final 10 seconds. Whether or not you scored the solo play, it's not going to matter because Itachi has you covered with the security and the safety net of this second goal.
Itachi sniffing that play out. Astral saw Rise over on the right-hand side and was going to try to get a pass over there, but did not get that ball where he wanted it. Ended up giving it up, and that is going to be a game secured for Karmine Corp. Game one going their way.
Yep.
Vatira making his mark. I thought Vatira really did well keeping the pressure on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. And I was very impressed with the decision-making, too, on the defense from Karmine Corp, because they played a substantial amount of defense, 5 saves to their name compared to Moist, 4 saves. And it's not like Moist weren't able to build something on offense. They had some solid passing, threading the needle when they needed to and when they could. And for me, it just felt like that one opportunity right there was given up, nobody on the backboard. And then towards the end, it definitely felt like the challenges just weren't working in favor of Moist. And now, Leaf, I know you got some updates. What do you got for us?
Yeah, we got a couple across the board here. In the upper round, obviously we saw KC take this one. Vitality gets their win. It was only a one goal win, so it's a close matchup, and I think that's something to James mentioned. You got to respect the players on that roster, so should be a good fight. And then EG and G1, I believe, are still in their first game. And then we have Algiri does get their first win over Heat. So in the elimination side. That's about it for now.
Those series, something to keep your eyes on.
Yes, sir.
Especially that Oxygen Monkey series.
I got my eyes on Oxygen. I think that's the story for me, is seeing how they're struggling in Switch stage. I mean, they just won the Fall Open and now are struggling to make it there. Do they go all the way to round 5? Moist Esports certainly don't want to go all the way and want to end it in this series if they can. Astral, so much work. He won a 50-50, got the recovery on the backboard, and was able to slip it out in front of the net.
Oh, that, and you saw Joyo actually jostling Itachi as well. There was so much going on during that play. You'd have to take a look at the replay to break it all down, but like you said, Astral, I think, doing the most work there. That last pass out, that was a great pass, and that resulted in the goal. Now another chance on the goal line. We're seeing a lot more aggression and offense. There's a ground pinch attempt from Rise. That one almost found the back of the net.
Moist starting to heat up, evaporating a bit on this field. See if Astral, that flip reset. He got a flip reset dunk. Rise, what a touch too from the corner. Creativity on display out of Moist Esports, and these are the mechanics that I expected, and I'm happy to see, because maybe we get a closer matchup and a closer series. This one heavily in favor of Moist.
Now that one almost going in. You saw Rise jumping for it. Now Rise needs to make the stop. It's in a 1v1 situation, but Rise so confidently faking the defense out. Now fakes out another one, gets the corner boost steal. Rise doing work.
Oh, but Astral's gonna need to find a touch in the midfield, and another win from Rise. You said he's doing work. This man is doing all the heavy lifting. Absolutely swole, winning challenges. And that was a big gripe, a big issue I had in game 1, where it just looked as though KC, every challenge that they were going for in the midfield, whether it was on the offense, even in the defense, they were winning it. They were finding ways to, if they were losing the challenge, it would go back to their own player. And if they took the W on that challenge, somebody would be waiting far forward to benefit off of it. It's the opposite here in this game from Moist Esports. They're doing much better on the challenges, and as I say that, Astral's gonna whiff and not get the touch. You missed one challenge, James. One challenge, and things start crumbling.
Yeah, and then Itachi gets the bump here, and Joyo, the clear came through, but it was right at Exotic. Exotic playing the dunk.
That hurts.
And, you know, sometimes for Joyo, all he's looking at is Itachi. He's just trying to beat Itachi, but Exotic had eyes on the play the whole time and was able to easily read where Joyo was going to go with that ball.
I think you got to bring up the fake to bait in Astral, who almost got a flip reset double tap. Yeah, that man's angry. He might have made Astral mad, and that is terrifying for the defense of KC.
KC, they found themselves trailing, but were able to tie it up. This has not been a high-scoring affair, tied at 1 apiece as we pass the halfway point of the game. Rye trying to add another one to the tally, but is denied by Exotic, who was on the back wall.
Really good sequence of passes, though, for Moist Esports. Good looks. I'd say they've definitely improved and expanded upon how they were performing in game 1. Astral seems to have more of an impact, getting demos, getting flip resets. Of course, he had that one mistake on defense, but there's still plenty of time to redeem himself and make some work on offense. We'll see if it happens.
For a little bit of time. There's a demo on Astral. Another challenge from Itachi. Itachi being a thorn in the side of Moist. Rebound out to Vatira. He popped it high. Rise has Joyo. Joyo with the shot. Blocked, but a double commit.
Oh my, what?
Astral last back.
James, there was a double commit from KC, then Vatira follows it and gets a flip reset. I mean, how do you predict that? And how do you read out on the play when the team that goes for a double commit ends up getting a flip reset out of it? Very creative stuff from KC. Ooh, making sure they're not in muddy water.
Speaking of creative, you saw that pool shot clear. It's just seeming to work out for KCorp.
I don't know what's going on, but they've cracked the code. Mistake or no mistake, they've definitely figured out ways to get around this Moist offense.
50 comes in, Vatira self-pass off the backboard. Awkward on the goal line. Itachi can't bump Joyo off the ball. The ground pinch was read by Exotic, cleared out. Now Astral with a boom opportunity.
Big clear.
Light lob up to Joyo. Joyo, flip reset, extra touch to the corner. Exotic smoothly into a dribble, but gets demoed. And now a chance for Moist.
Wow, look at Vatira go, though, that dribble out. Kept it to himself, running it back from his own end all the way into Moist's half. Gonna stall and waste time, let your teammates get some boost. 10 seconds left. Moist Esports started strong. They want to finish strong, too. They might do it off that 50-50.
Seeing demo attempts on the goal line. And KCorp happy to let that ball hit the ground. They were under pressure in those final moments of regulation.
And they're happy to get this OT. A good opportunity to reset, but it is still in favor of Moist Esports. Rise, lovely little back pass, keeping possession. Astral, I've seen him time and time again go for creative plays. It seems like he is going to be the guy, the difference maker. And maybe he'll finish it. It's saved from Itachi. He got in front of it. Rise. It looked like he had the whole net to shoot at, but instead, somehow Itachi was there.
Itachi with the save of the day. And that keeps the overtime life alive. The 50 almost bounces in, hits crossbar, and goes out.
Oh, but he got bumped too. That would have been a good opportunity for Rise. He got taken out of the play. You just never know when one of these players will actually have a clear lane because of the physicality, the aggression, and now the dunk. Look at the plays from Vatira.
Little corner boost for Exotic. It just spawned under him. Vatira, nice first touch around the first defender. Flip reset. Going for another flip reset. It's bouncing on the goal line, cleared out by Astral. Now Joyo against Exotic. Joyo, nice little wave dash. He'll push it past him.
Maybe he goes for the bump. He could have taken out Exotic, but doesn't find it. Bumps have been in favor. Another win from Vatira. Every time this man is behind the ball, he's creating space and opening up more shooting lanes. 50-50 win for Itachi. A bump comes through. Now a double kick for Moist Esports, and there's space given up to Karmine Corp.
Astral, huge speed. Now numbers advantage for Moist, but Exotic will be able to boom it downfield easily. Astral back up to Joyo. Joyo off the ceiling. It's a bit awkward for Itachi. Itachi is able to challenge it, and Vatira flicked it around Exotic. This seems like confusion for KCorp, but they still make it work. Now numbers advantage. Lead blocking play. Vatira denied by Rise.
A double commit. from KC. Then Vatira can recover, get past 2 players, and make it go to the other side of the field all by himself. But Moist Esports have been able to withstand this pressure, regardless of what's happening, regardless of if there's a demo. They have been able to keep this game all tied up and still in OT. Credit where credit is due. Now they've just got to find ways to transition.
Vatira, flip reset, quickly uses it. Now Astral getting demoed midair by Itachi, but Astral still got the clear downfield. Rise looking for the bump on Exotic. Exotic beats out the bumps, but he's out of boost.
Astral.
That was
there's
creative flip reset.
That's why the tweet's coming out. Almost made it work. Creativity on display. And these challenges are so important, James. I can't emphasize it enough. One of these challenges has got to go in favor of Moist Esports, and when it does, I can really see them ending this OT early. They've been able to stand tall on defense.
Ending it early. We're already 3 minutes into this.
End it early in the OT. Listen, we've gone to 15-minute OTs before. 3 minutes is nothing.
I don't care what you say. 3 minutes is not early in OT.
Don't worry. You're saying that now, but once we get into 10 minutes, I think 3 minutes will sound real early to you, James.
I mean, maybe you're right, Turtle. And this does seem like it could be a long one.
What is
with
that?
how even the teams are playing. Exotic to the corner, double tap ball. Astral leads it, and so does Exotic. Rebound to Vatira.
Nope.
Save from Astral. He pitches it off the post, and it goes all the way down to KCorp's corner.
And now we're on the other side. There was a demo from Exotic on Rise, and the ball was still falling in. Pressure was relieved. For Moist Esports looked to be on the brink of extinction. They found a way to survive, keep us in OT. Past 4 minutes now, and you don't know who's going to take it. Each team exchanging blows, having great opportunities, showing signs of creativity, putting their mechanics on display. Who will fall first?
Exotic's all the way out of the play. No boost, the bump, rebound, right!
Oh my God!
He missed the shot!
Oh.
That was the chance for Moist!
That was the one. That was the shot. Maybe it could be ended quickly again from what we saw Astral go for. I'm losing my mind. You think it's going to be over. Rise should have hit that shot. He was right in front of it on the corner.
I thought Rise was going to hit it and win this one early into the overtime.
He had to. Well, now we've hit 5 minutes. I don't think it's early anymore. Okay, we'll stop saying that.
I mean, well, Turtle, I feel like I could just say it's oh, wait, hold on.
Oh,
there we have it.
there it is.
Where was the defense?
He got demoed. He got taken out. I believe I saw a demo somewhere on the play.
Oh, no,
it was.
He demoed, but got bounced back. Itachi, even though he demoed, he got pushed back.
Yeah, you see him.
So it was a self-sacrifice that opened up that back line.
Painful one. He was looking for it himself, trying to find it. And maybe that could have alleviated the pressure, but you know what it's like when you go for a demo and your speed gets taken out slightly. Could kill everything in that rotation, especially against a team where your rotations need to be picture perfect.
So,
right, they have to be. Well, what's up, Lee?
Yeah, that game lasted so long that we have some other matches almost.
Okay.
I mean, some series are probably done by now.
Yeah, it's getting close. Evil Geniuses is that match.
No, that was an early overtime, all right?
It was an early overtime. Evil Geniuses is at match point. Team Vitality Tundra, they're going 1-1 in their game 3, and it's tied 1-1 on the scoreboard as well. And then we also have Algiri at match point against Heat 2-1. Oxygen lost game 1 to Monkeys, but they're bouncing back now with a game win. And in game 3, they're up 5-0.
Okay.
So
that's what convinces me. It's not the bounce back in game 2. It's the game 3 score line. I mean, because otherwise I'm kind of scared. I'm shaking for Oxygen.
Yeah,
I mean, you're still a little bit worried. Just one game. You see it all the time where it goes 5-1 one game and then it swaps over to the other team 5-1ing. So it's still a little bit concerning that they've dropped that game. This could be interesting.
Yeah. And then final one is Team Liquid on match point against Team Go, but Team Go is up 2-0 in that third game. So we have match points, but teams bouncing back, and G1 just got one on their series, so it's 2-1 EG to G1.
Oh man, teams bouncing back indeed, James Bot. And one of these teams will have to bounce back. They're not going to be eliminated yet. They will go to round 5. But it goes without saying, these teams definitely want to qualify and make it to the playoffs right now, right here in this series alone. And we just might get that. We're not on match point yet, but it looks like Rise wants to send us there.
Oh, this was such a nice 50. You see Rise side flipping, knowing Exotic wanted to clear that out in the direction that he was going. And it wasn't the prettiest of goals for Moist, but they'll take it. And this has been a very low-scoring series as well. So that is an incredibly important goal.
Tug-of-war match. It felt like very physical. Sometimes you'll get a series where these teams are constantly air dribbling. There's a lot more space, but this one, I've seen multiple times, especially from KC, where they'll have 2 players go for a challenge on the goal line against Moist Esports. And then that goal we just saw from Rise, he's trying to force it through, go for a 50-50 and let it roll in. Very aggressive and very challenge-orientated here between these 2 teams.
Joyo will land on it. Pinch off the corner. Exotic trying to keep the play alive. Astral. Now Itachi leaves the ball. No one from his team went for it, but Itachi causing some pain.
Turn.
And now a shot opportunity. Rise went up. Itachi waited and almost read Rise's touch, but it wasn't meant to be for Itachi.
Vatira found that read, but couldn't get the boost in time. And I think he looked for the midfield boost, didn't have any. None in the tank, but he's got 20 to his name now. Doesn't win the challenge, but it sets up Exotic's dribble. A monster flick, forces 2 players to go for it. And we'll see if Itachi can make it work. He tries to go for the drop-down shot and hit it, but good looks for the team in blue.
Vatira flip reset. Rise tipping it away. Exotic.
Oh, another one.
Going near post. I thought that window was closed, but apparently I had a gap.
Look at this little stutter. You see Exotic, see him hit the brakes right there, James? Joyo's taking note of that. Tries to anticipate, okay, he took a little bit of a break. He's gonna go for a 50-50 and try and muscle this through the same way that these teams have done every single game, but an early shot is gonna go and make a very difficult read for Joyo.
Yeah, and Joyo had just gotten bumped and had 0 boost to get back to the play. So with any boost, maybe Joyo would have been able to get back there and close off that angle just a bit sooner.
Massive play from Exotic. That's the way you want to start a game, but an even better one, I'd say, for Joyo to start it, or not Joyo, excuse me, Rise to start things early. And then speaking of Joyo, here he comes. Hit him with some mechanics. You got the demo and you got the space to do it.
And I love that he's using the Pele. He's using the Pele deep down, and he does that.
Oh, baby.
It was a beautiful shot.
The mechanics are here for Joyo. That's why. See, James?
Now I believe.
You got to trust it. You believe it now? You believe me?
But I believe it because I saw what he did.
Look, when Joyo tweets, it's over. It's facts. It's set in stone, all right? That's how it gets done.
I don't think setting it in stone makes much of a difference either.
Oh my, you are something else. You know that?
I'm just saying, I don't think the medium of which you write something on has any bearing on its truthfulness.
Okay, we could go down the rabbit hole of this philosophical debate. What's the philosophical approach here from Karmine Corp now? They're down 1 goal. What do they have to change, James?
Are you sure they're down 1? Okay, I thought it was going to be another. I think for Karmine Corp, you know, you just have to keep going for those demos. I feel like so much of their early success was from their bumps and demos, and even their last goal was from a bump in net. So amp that up.
Oh my goodness, and amp that passing up as well. In the corner, Exotic decided to stay and extend his rotation. Pass was found from Itachi. Big clear downfield, but Vatira isn't in position. Maybe that's something they could change up too, is this positioning for when you push downfield and how you respond to your own teammates' clears. Helps you get the transition. Another one lobbed, but it's on the other side. Back down, but look at the response from Joyo. We didn't get that from KC, and now we're getting opportunities because of it. A good response, good catch from the clear, and an even better shot.
And Exotic even taking a little bit of time. He didn't boost back. Thought that no matter what, Rise was not going to get enough power on that shot. Actually, was sitting there not boosting. And Rise, recognizing that, put it, I mean, it wasn't even far post, but still had enough power on it to beat the final defender, Exotic, probably wishing that he could have that one back.
Right. And I really want to talk about that challenge, too, from Joyo, how he was able to stuff Itachi in the midfield. That's what I mentioned a lot in game 1, where it just felt like every challenge was going against Moist Esports. Something has changed here. I don't know if they've just decided to amp up the speed, potentially have more boost now and prioritizing those pads, but there's been a big shift with who's winning these challenges, and even there you see Joyo off the ceiling wins the challenge, stuffs everyone on KC, and Exotic is going to look for something else, but instead he's met with a high-flying Moist.
Moist defense, they are locking it down. And now a very precarious situation. Exotic, he jumped for it, but so did Joyo, and Joyo jumped a little bit sooner.
Oh man, and he's rotating back. He takes the midfield boost, and because of that, he's got all of this boost to work with. Hovers in the air, smacks it down, a big spike. 4th goal in favor of Moist Esports. And it looks like we're gonna get match point.
Joyo is playing out of this.
He's going crazy. He's going crazy.
He is going crazy this game. Those 2 goals he had were beauts.
Yeah. Well,
even that read was so difficult, so close off the backboard, coming from the side like that. Yeah. Now the flip reset that would have been on target. Joyo has ascended to the next level of Rocket League gameplay.
Absolutely. And he's at 100% goal participation in this game. 2 assists, 2 goals. Every 50-50 was just 1 for Joyo. Rise coming in as that clutch striker, and Astral filling in the gaps. It does look like Vatira left this match. Maybe he's going to change his car up, go for a little bit of a placebo change. And I'm sure now as we bring back Leaf into this that other teams are struggling with the same thing, trying to swap it up, figure out how they can stop taking some L's here, Leaf.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think first off, we need to trust Joyo anytime he tweets.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, dude. Nobody believes.
But this time.
Well, hey, we learned our lesson, okay? Yeah, we learned our lesson here. Algiri does come through, 3-1 Heat, so they stay alive. Heat is now eliminated. They're out. Oxygen is doing their best to stay in. They're up 1-0 right now on match point. By the way, that 6-0 scoreline I told you about turned into an 8-2 scoreline. So a lot more goals end up getting scored. Hey. And Team Liquid on match point to knock out Go. They're up 5-2 right now with 1:30 left. So looking like they'll probably end up qualify through to round 5. And then Vitality on match point against Tundra, but Tundra is up in that 4th game.
And wouldn't that be something to see Vitality after such a heartbreaking event, you know, in the Fall Open, to come back and qualify for playoffs?
Ooh, I mean, I don't think anybody would be against that. You love to see that name get brought back up. And here comes Rise bringing his name back up on the screen, coming through, and hits off of that Joyo Rise dynamic where it bounces flawlessly for him.
Yeah, if you take a screenshot, all 3 players from Karmine Corp were within a meter of one another. They were so close. And that was an easy cleanup goal for Moist, who are now on a hot streak. It seems like right now they've got Karmine Corp shaking at the knees.
Oh,
one more
what a
haymaker. I think that Moist will take him out.
And then the challenge right here from Astro, he's still going for it. That read that I just witnessed from Joyo. Rise is hitting every shot that comes his way in the past few games. And then, oh my goodness, he gets the save as well. Look, impossible, a big 50 win from Rise. The Moist Esports, they have got something else going on for them. They have figured out and eliminated all of the issues previously in game 1.
Joyo, air dribble to his own back corner. Rise waiting, but Son, get away from him. Astral against Exotic. Joyo here to help. Joyo, pinch it out, goes to the opposite Moist corner. Rise clearing it downfield. Astral looking for the dunk, but Vatira gets it over him.
Rise, not the best touch, but very, I want to say rush from Exotic. Vatira looking for a demo. Maybe that's an issue we're not seeing out of KC. panicking with a lot of these touches, but a mind game could do some damage. Flick over one as well. A moon flick, and the bump comes through. He's also gonna be the one to finish this. How much more damage can you do?
So, I mean, this was creative. Vatira, knowing that he's probably not gonna get a shot on target that won't get blocked, decides to just bump Astral out of the play. That was, from every member from Karmine Corp, a really intelligent play. They were digging deep to get that goal.
I mean, they worked for it, James. Think about what has to go well in that situation. Rise had gotten 2 demos. Astral looked to force things in. And I'm talking about KC working for their demo and working for their goal. Moist is also working for their second goal. Demos left and right. 50-50s win. And now they're going to get that swipe across for Astral to finish it.
Yeah, Vatira came out sniffing, and then on his rotation back, was caught out by that Rise pass. Nice play from Rise, and Astral in the right position, slamming that in easily. Now Rise looking to either bump Exotic or get the redirect, did neither. And now possession back to KCorp.
So much layered Rocket League in front of our eyes. Every play has multiple different factors going into it, whether it be a fake, a mind game, double demos with a pass across. Astro and Rise also getting a double demo together. Somehow Itachi has figured have to get this ball to the other side.
Yeah, Itachi has been so sturdy on defense. That play was a very scary play. He was the only defender left. This one, another scary defensive play. Joyo trying to pinch that through. Astro will hit it back, steals the mid boost. Rise has the corner. But Moist have all the way downfield to go. Rise flicking around one, but Exotic stops it at the midfield. Astral into an air dribble. Into a 50-50. Didn't, thought about going for the flip reset. Decided the 50 was better.
KC have definitely done a great job of fending off as much as possible that they could against Moist Esports. A mid-air demo from Exotic. It connected. There was, of course, somebody in the goal waiting for it. Only a 1-goal difference between these two teams. The shots have been, of course, in favor of Moist, but KC have the potential and opportunities to get back.
Astral recognizing couldn't get to the ball, but instead changing targets for the bump. Astral, the slow play. 50 out to Joyo! Open net! And Joyo will score it!
Look at the challenge game from Astral. He hits the brakes and lets 2 players go for it. Muscles it past 2 of them. It squeezes out into the middle, and you've got somebody there. It's Joyo to capitalize, punish, and make this a 2-goal lead.
Turtle, I don't know why I ever doubted anything.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. There is something magical about when Joyo tweets. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I caught a vibe from that tweet. I'm not gonna lie. And whenever he said his mechanics have been feeling good since, or the best since LA, I knew that KC is going to have a monster to deal with.
It looks like revenge will be Moist if they can hold on for less than a minute. 2 goals as well. They've got padding. Wow. Maybe they'll get more here. Astral the 50. Joyo the shot. There's a demo. And Itachi will get the save. Now on the other end. Almost the goal. That one went off the crossbar and out.
Would have been a solo play. But Tira, it looked like they needed that. 30 seconds left. They've got to score as soon as possible. You're running out of time. The next drive forward, you've got to get a goal. 2 goals. You need it. One of them. You've got to score at least 1 right here. Otherwise, Moist are going to walk away with the series win.
Exotic.
It has to be it. It has to be it.
Itachi, weak shot. And that's
that's it.
To Itachi, and Itachi does not make contact. And that is going to do it. Moist gets their revenge on KCorp and 4.
And Rise, that ball floated across. Rise dropped a close one in the chat, as indeed it was a close one, but Itachi not close enough. Moist Esports, well-deserved victory. And in my opinion, off the back of Joyo and those mechanics.
I think you're 100% right. Joyo, he was a mad lad. That breezy earlier, scoring on, and then Also, that read off the backboard, 2 huge goals from Joyo. And then, I mean, Karmine Corp put up a fight. They had some good bump plays. I think their bump plays worked out really well for them in this series. They just needed more.
All right, we've got to have some results, Leaf. There's been so much time that has passed now. Give it to us. Give it to us.
All the other games were delayed. No, we've got results. We have Monkeys being eliminated by Oxygen 3-1. So Oxygen will continue on to round